Hello everyone, welcome to part 2 of this replay between Argos, Zenith, and Hyperdub. Here we have a sensor tower in play, and once again Hellions trying to do a lot of pressure, and getting a lot of drone kills there. Are they going to be able to splash more? This barbecue, the insanity, all these drones just burning up to a crisp here. And wow, the harvester count really falling heavily, still at 70 drones. Another splash, another 65 drones, another 5 drones getting taken down, and wow. That was a significant loss of drones. This was a fully saturated mineral patch for some time, but wow, a large number of Ultralists now coming in. So 6 Ultralists coming in and maybe able to hit this expansion over here. There is one planetary fortress. Another planetary fortress will be upgraded in just a moment, but these siege tanks now busting on in, doing a lot of damage, trying to bump up their heads against this planetary fortress here. Not quite sure why they're doing the headbutt instead of just using those Kaiser Claws, and those Kaiser Blades able to deal more damage even against that thick Terran plating. Siege tanks now taking down, and down it goes, but another command center already being rebuilt here. Massive number of siege tanks, not in siege mode, however, really dishing out the damage and coming in. Ultralists are upgraded, or almost fully upgraded. I think needs one more armor upgrade. Can they get another armor upgrade? I believe, no, I think that's it. So let me take a look at that Ultralist Cavern to be confirmed for you. Yeah, the Ultralist with an armor of 5 is at maximum upgrade, and the Ultralists also have burrow. So those Ultralists will be able to burrow into the ground. That ram dealing 90 damage per swipe, Kaiser Blades dealing 52, and the Kaiser Blades attack faster. But with that 3 armor, yeah, even with that 3 armor, it would be better for the Kaiser Blades to be used on a planetary fortress of 3 armor. Massive number of siege tanks over here. Both sides are sitting on a very large army. Hyperdub sitting at 6,000 compared to Argos Zenith is 4,325. Harvester count 69 compared to 65. And Hyperdub also has a mule cooldown, so we'll be able to drop in a lot of additional units. Hellions now continuing to put a lot of pressure. Will those Hellions get some damage? In one drone down. All of those very nicely done, burrowing those units, and now that they're burrowed, now trying to run, able to run away, so causing them to really waste some of that waste that energy. A very nice burrow, timing that absolutely perfectly. So Argos Zenith using burrow as well. Taking a look at the upgrades, and another hatchery being laid over here, perhaps a queen, and now an overlord sitting here as well. We have what? Thor's upgraded 2-0. Siege tanks obviously the same. Vikings, however, are not upgraded. Taking a look at the harvester count, we have 7,600 for Argos versus Hyperdub's 13,800. So all of those drone losses are really starting to ramp up, but we have 19 larvae. So 19 larvae at this one hatchery over here, and Argos Zenith just trying to continue to mass up as many minerals as possible. If he's able to mass up minerals, sitting at a 200 mineral army or 200 food army, he can lose units. And then because of those 19 larvae across all of these hatcheries, 19 here, 19 here, 3 here, gotta believe 8 here, yeah, we'll be able to produce, yes, this is what I'm talking about, a massive number of Ultralists, Overlords, and now in the air. Siege tanks gonna go ahead and destroy this expansion over here. Drones, however, were transferred in time, so saving those 16 drones, and we'll start trying to mine out of this position. Ultralists sitting here, well, are they gonna run in? Yes, they are gonna run in and try to deal damage, and Ultralists are just running on in their fungal growth, hitting a lot of these siege tanks. Siege tanks are still able to fire back. Argos Zenith taking significant losses on both sides, but more Ultralists still coming in production-wise. 9 more Ultralists being trained and just running by. Why are they activating this Onaga Watchtower? Not quite sure. Hyperdub gonna get some free Ultralist meat off of this fight here, and now trying to take down some of those units. No, not gonna work. One Ultralist trying to leave the party. Level 6 upgrade, or level 6 armor upgrades. Yeah, so it is 6 armor on those units. One Hellion down over here will be able to torch these larvae. So larvae are going to get some larva kills here. And now siege tank sitting here army wise. Hyperdub sitting at 3,950 against Argos Zenith is 6,800. So continuing to just try to use this macro play. Production 9 Ultralists and 5 Infestors. Infestors will be able to fungal growth a lot of these stores and try to stop the mobility of these units. Ultralist now coming in, but that Ultralist needs to get out of position to the 250mm strike can. Ooh, nice quick burrow there. So burrowing that Ultralist. Ultralist, however, does not get any regeneration while burrowed like the Roach. So it's going to take quite some time for that Ultralist to really get back into fighting health. Over here, 7 Vikings once again hunting for overlords, coming in, now gonna go ahead and snipe down this queen over here, using a nice move and attack. Down it goes. And now taking down some of the gas over here as well. Extractors now getting taken down. Zerglings moving over to try to deal with the Viking harassment. Ultralisk on the ground. And now those Zerglings being pulled back once again. Over here, this Hellion gonna have a very, very long day trying to take down this hatchery. Taking 10 damage per flamethrower attack with the weapon speed of 2.5. Hatchery has 1 armor, so what, 11 damage versus unarmed? Yeah, 11 damage. 11 base damage. Viking's gonna go ahead and drop down over here and help out their Hellion friend, as now Roach is coming in to try to take down the rest of Roach is trying to deal with this Hellion over here. Vikings coming into that ground mode, and now one of them stuck there, but with that very, very fast attack speed of 1, able to deal significant damage. So still doing great damage over here. We have a lot of Thors, a lot of siege tanks, a lot of SCVs continuing to repair. Hyperdub really keeping his army alive by constantly repairing them, as opposed to trying to retrain them like Argos Zenith has been doing. Argos Zenith now laying another hatchery over here, back up to 2,000 minerals, and now you can see the economic game why Argos Zenith is still in this, sitting on 80 harvesters, mining 2,000 minerals a minute. There we go. Incomes mining at 2,000 minerals a minute. Zergling sitting over here. Double planetary fortress over here as barracks coming into position. No armor upgrades for the planetary fortress though. But with all of these siege tanks, I cannot see how there can be any sort of bust coming in. The only way that he can really try to deal damage is to get an overlord, perhaps do a Nidus network back in the backside of the base over here. Pathogen glands. I do not know what is the pathogen gland upgrade. I'm not 100% sure what the pathogen gland upgrade is. You guys can let me know. I'll read up and try to remember all of these upgrades. And now in come Argos, the infestors. So the infestors, a large number of infestors, also has Neuroparasite burrowing all of those, burrowing all those units over there. Is it the pathogen glands? No. The pathogen gland may have been just the additional 25 energy, starting energy on these infestors. So additional 25 energy, meaning that they will be able to spawn a lot of infested Terran coming in. So wow, looking at this, there is now what, 17 infestors there. That's going to be a lot of Neuroparasite, and with Hyperdub only using missile turrets as detection, we'll have some issues. Those missile turrets are in strategic locations, however, so those infestors will not be able to get within range all too easily. Siege tanks now upgraded 3-1, getting level 2 Terran vehicle plating, and now another command center is being just built all across the map. So mass planetary fortresses to try to deal with the Zerg push. Over here we have all the infestors still sitting, hiding underneath the ground, wanting to make sure that they do not accidentally get revealed by any sort of scanner sweep. Overlord now running away from one Viking, however running into the javelin missiles of a Thor. So the Thor, fully upgraded, deal 36 damage per round of attack against an Overlord. Significant damage indeed. And as these units continue to move out, we have what, Thor's hammer dealing 39 damage each, so almost able to kill a Hydralisk when upgraded, but not quite, especially if they have that armor upgrade. Back over here, we have a lot of infestors here. And are we going to get a scanner sweep? Siege tanks, Hyperdub, in come these units over here. Ultralisk coming in, and now do not want to take any of that shared splash damage. A quick scanner sweep over there, and Argos Zenith pulls away. And if he's able to use these infestors to try to catch those siege tanks. Oh, siege tanks now pulling back as these Ultralisks coming over here to deal damage towards these SCVs. Siege tanks once again in the air, pulling massive number of SCVs, continuing to repair. So this is a crazy mech battle now, as more and more units coming in, and now in comes the infestors, and the infestors now trying to grab as many of those siege tanks as possible, but infestors are just walking on in, and oh, that was just a horrible mistake there, not using those infestors wisely at all. And I believe, yeah, Argos Zenith losing, oh my goodness, losing so many infestors. If he grabbed control of 5 or 7 siege tanks, that fight would have been completely different. Production wise, 19 Ultralisks now being trained, Aspire now being once again being rebuilt, and Roach speed now finally being researched. Spine crawlers over here in position to try to deal some damage, or try to protect over here. Viking's gonna go ahead and land and take down this queen very easily. Siege tank for the siege up, and destroy this, all of the static defense. Production of these Ultralisks nearing completion. Infestors now being researched again. One Corruptor coming out, but why? Corruptors are only there to deal with Vikings or other units, and now the rest of those units getting taken down. So very, very poor position. Argos Zenith needs to save up some of these drones somehow. Will still mining out of this location over here. If he's able to save some of these drones, he may have a chance. And now the army sides on both sides are starting to even out. Ultralisk now moving once again on the move. And are those Ultralisks going to be able to deal any damage? Really, that's going to be the question. Siege tanks in position, and Ultralisks just walking to their death. Now trying to splash as much damage, trying to take down as many of these units. Ultralisks moving in, and now all of these siege tanks now getting splashed, and these siege tanks, even though they're backed up against the wall and cannot be surrounded, are still simply getting destroyed here. Wow, this whole entire army destroyed by massive number of Ultralisks. So Argos Zenith coming back with a vengeance, and now creating and training up some Mutalisks as well. And Overlords now just getting sniped out of the sky over here. But where are these Mutalisks being trained up, and are they going to run head on into some of those other Vikings? They cannot deal with those Vikings at this stage in the game. And now in comes this army of Mutalisks. I'm currently sitting on, what, 11 Mutalisks, I believe? Yeah, 11 Mutalisks. Getting the level 1 Carpus upgrade. More Thors being trained. Another planetary fortress. And are these Mutalisks going to try to come in and splash? And yes, the sheer number of Mutalisks may be enough to focus some of these units. Vikings now trying to retreat, but not going to be able to come in. And now Thor's coming in, and Thor's splashing and taking down. Wow. I believe that was 4 of those Mutalisks now taken down, but now mass Zerglings coming in over here. Really needs to try to take down this expansion before the second planetary fortress is established. Hellions now in, Thor's over here, and in come these Ultralisks now getting in position and now taking down the rest of these units over here. Ultralisks just banging their head up against that planetary fortress. Planetary fortress may get taken down. Another Ultralisk taking out a Thor. SCVs in transition as well. But real Argos Zenith, what a change in the game, as so many of these Ultralisks, mass Ultralisks, just winning this game so far. Hyperdub, we're trying to repair this planetary fortress and now able to do so. But Vikings, Mutalisks now coming in, and yeah, Hyperdub says GG. Wow. Crazy game back and forth here on Metalopolis. I totally thought Argos Zenith completely lost it when he just sacrificed his like 16 infestors. However, he was able to free up his supply cap, just mass Mutalisks, mass Ultralisk, and simply run over Hyperdub. Mass macro winning Argos Zenith, very, very slow push out and taking the game. So wow, what a great game here on Metalopolis. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.